What's up, DLS gamers? Welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into the world of beautiful dreams. Today I'll be sharing the best setting for Dream League Soccer and explaining how important each setting is in winning every match in DLS live and career mode. So before we do that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Let's get right into the video. First of all, so the language is, we have tons of languages here in DLS 25 there, but you have to select the one that works for you, and for me it's English, so I select that. Anyway, the difficulty, it is not so necessary in DLS because I don't know whether they will refine it in the coming versions of the game, but currently even if you say to hard or medium, it doesn't matter. So whatever you choose, it's still the same. And the camera type, for me, I choose sideline, but if you are new and you're starting out, I would recommend going for a TV. I do sideline. Till now, with the camera distance, I go for 10%. If you're starting out and all that, I would recommend going for 50%. You keep adjusting according to how you want, but for me, I'm a 10% camera distance guy. Now autoplay is still the same if you want those replays and all that stuff. Quick subs, now this is one of the most important settings on this page. You have to always keep that quick subs on. It doesn't necessarily mean that every player that is suggested by the game that it has to be subbed should be subbed, but it gives you a picture of who you should look at, mostly because when you're in the middle of the match, especially in live matches, it would be difficult for you to choose which players to bring in or take out and all that. But quick subs will give you a picture and you'll understand which players need to be looked at. And another thing is the team boost. It's also one thing that I leave on at the start of the second half. Always boost is always there to recover your players and all. It's really important. There are many other things, but I love the names of my players to be above their head, so I leave it there. When you first download the game, you don't have to change much. The ball color, bounce marker, score and all. The bounce marker is really important, so you have to also leave it there because it shows you where the ball is going to bounce, and you run there. It's one thing that is really important, especially in DLS live matches. Right, the score display, still one important thing. Hide opponent data, I just leave it off, but it's important to leave it on so you can leave the multiplayer opponent's data on. Commentary languages, Portuguese, but I do speak English, so I always leave it to English, but you can choose which one you want. Commentary volume, now I always leave it at 50%. And then the music, for me, as always, I'm recording video gameplays and all this, like this tutorial, I'm recording my screen, so the game auto switches off the music volume. So I don't always want that also, because I don't want to get into copyright issues and all that stuff with the music that is in this game. You can leave the music on. There's some amazing music in there. Sound in the stadium, the chants with the fans and all that stuff, the bounce, the kick, the sound of the ball bounce and all that stuff, that is the SFX volume. So I always leave it at 60%. This is the haptic feedback. Now this is more of the vibration you hear. This vibration every time you tap anything on the game, whether you're just setting up your game or playing feedback, that is more just like the vibration of the game. It adds a different feel to the game. If you want it, you can turn it on. Anyway, let's move on to the control settings. Now these are so important. You have to be mindful of the control settings. The auto switch, now this is also another important setting that you have to also be mindful of. Auto switch is when the game automatically switch players who you are supposed to be controlling. So if you leave it to medium, or if you leave it off, this means that the player, you will be switching players using that C button to switch players, but it is extremely difficult to do it on your own. So what you have to do is to make sure that you leave this auto switch to your desired setting, but I do medium. If you leave it to high, auto switch will be faster and you will not be in position to control players with it set to high. So I always leave it to medium, and low, it takes a little longer to switch players you wish. So I'd recommend you turning your auto switch to medium. Button size, If you have bigger fingers, small fingers, this depends, this is more to your personal preferences, but I will always leave it to medium. Now it also depends on your device. If you have a slightly bigger device, you can turn to smaller or larger depending on your preferences, but I'm leaving them at medium. Then the kick assist is also one important setting, and yeah, it helps you when taking those shots to be more accurate, especially in passing, lofted passes, and those long range shots to goal. Yeah, this is the cross assist. Now this will help you when you get to the point where you're trying to cross the ball to the box. The cross assist will be very helpful in these situations. Important to leave the in-game tactics on. You want to always switch from defensive, attacking, or moderate and all that when you are in the game. It's extremely important, so you have to always leave it on. The touch controls, this is more descriptive here. Yeah, you know which one to use, so you have to learn more of these things and it will be easy for you to play your DLS. So you just have to read all this stuff, memorize them, and you'll be in position to play better using the sliding tackles, switches, goalkeeper charge, and all that stuff. It's descriptive button. Now I don't want that, I always turn it off, and analog stick and all that. Yeah, you just leave these settings the way they are. Now this analog stick is more that joystick, that round button. Leave everything the way it is, bro. Don't mess up anything. Alright, another thing, let's go to control settings. These are the gamepad controls if you are dealing with a gaming pad. Now this revision is now with us in DLS 25 for the first time ever anyway. So yeah, this is also more descriptive here. You read all that stuff. If you're not so good with using a controller, this is how everything is explained here, so you just have to memorize everything. Alright guys, so now lastly we go to the advanced settings. This is really where everything comes together. Alright, so now with the profile that manage devices, that's more on your devices, how many you can, this is where you can link your profile from. Alright, so now the graphic options. Anyway, first of all, if you have a high-end device, the frame rate should be set always at 60 fps. This will ensure that your players play better, run faster, and their responsiveness will be faster and higher as the frame rates, which is 60 fps. So you'll be better in player movements and all that stuff if you set your frame rates at 60 fps if your device is high end, and then the quality also high. And if you're not so sure with your device, then I would recommend turning your frame rates at either 30 fps or 60 fps auto. This will help you manage phone heating up pretty fast, lagging and all that, which can limit your play, especially in live matches. An additional tip, make sure that you copy your system info. This will be important in profile or account recovery in case your profile is lost. Take a screenshot of your system info. FTG requires this system info. If you have it, then they will be in position to get your profile restored to your game. Thank you so much for watching and liking the video and making it to the end. You are an absolute legend, bro. I'll catch you in the next one. Be stars. Peace out.